Let's see another way in which terminologies can help us. Let's say we want to find mentions of lung disease. As before, we can search the report for lung disease or its synonyms using a terminology. However, this might return no results because infection is not a direct synonym of lung disease. Now, this report tells us that there is a mention of pneumonia, which is a type of lung disease, so we should be able to say yes for mention of lung disease. How do we tackle this challenge? We can go back to terminologies to help us. Terminologies not only contain synonyms for a concept, but also contain relationships to other concepts. Here we can see that common cold has a relationship with viral upper respiratory tract infection. Similarly, for pneumonia, we can see a hierarchy of relationships. How one specific type of pneumonia is an infectious pneumonia, which is a pneumonia, which is a lung disease. Therefore, we can catch mention of lung disease by not only searching for synonyms of lung disease in SNOMED CT, but also its subtypes and their synonyms. Here, subtypes would include pneumonia and other concepts which have a relationship with lung disease. The advantage of this approach, which we can call a rules-based approach of finding mentions of observations, is that we don't need any data for supervised learning. The disadvantage of this approach is that there is a lot of manual work to refine these rules based on what is working and what is not working. We can apply this approach to several observations to see whether they are mentioned or not. On this report, we can see that mass is not mentioned, but edema and pneumonia are. However, notice that it would be incorrect to have the labels 1 for pneumonia and edema for this report. This is because we haven't taken into account the no before these mentions. This is why we need a second step in our pipeline, which uses the output of step 1 to now decide whether each mention is present or absent. We can write a rule to determine that edema is absent if the report contains no right before the word edema. And although we would be able to capture edema that way, we would not be able to capture the no before pneumonia because they are separated by a few words. We have to be able to capture this relationship between no and pneumonia without directly searching for the exact words no pneumonia.